Welcome everyone to my new channel. Let's start with today's story. The night stretched across the horizon like a vast canvas of shadows, and I found myself navigating the desolate highway, chasing the elusive embrace of freedom. The dim glow of my headlights fought valiantly against the impenetrable darkness, each mile bringing me deeper into the heart of the unknown. Little did I know, the road that promised escape would become a twisted labyrinth, and the night would unfold a tapestry of horror that would forever etch its mark upon my soul. This is the tale of a drive into the abyss, where the echoes of an eerie melody and the spectral hands of a forgotten town awaited, eager to ensnare those who dared to venture into the realm of the macabre. Buckle up, for the journey begins, and the night holds secrets darker than the shadows it conceals. I hope you will subscribe in my channel now. As the engine's low hum reverberated through the night, I gripped the steering wheel with clammy hands. The road stretched endlessly ahead, illuminated only by the weak glow of my headlights. My knuckles turned white as I navigated the desolate highway, surrounded by an impenetrable darkness that seemed to swallow everything in its path. It was one of those moonless nights when the stars refused to twinkle, shrouded by thick clouds that hung ominously overhead. The air inside the car felt heavy, and an uneasy tension crept over me as if the night itself held a secret, waiting to be unraveled. I was on a solo road trip, a spontaneous escape from the demands of reality. The radio crackled with static, offering no solace in the eerie silence that enveloped the lonely road. My tired eyes flickered between the monotony of the asphalt and the encroaching shadows that danced at the edge of my vision. Miles passed without a single sign of life. The occasional flickering of a distant lamppost provided brief moments of relief before plunging me back into the abyss. A thick fog slithered in from the edges, making it difficult to discern reality from the figments of my imagination. I glanced at the fuel gauger, my heart sinking as the needle hovered dangerously close to empty. Panic set in as I realized the desolation of the landscape. No gas stations, no signs of civilization. I cursed myself for not refueling earlier, my mind replaying the warnings of friends who spoke of the perils of driving through this desolate stretch of road at night. A dim glow on the horizon offered a glimmer of hope. A dilapidated sign emerged from the darkness, welcoming me to a town I had never heard of, Black Hollow. With the fuel gauge mercilessly ticking downward, I reluctantly steered towards the ominous silhouette of the town. The closer I got, the more the atmosphere thickened. The road narrowed, and twisted trees reached out like skeletal fingers, casting elongated shadows that writhed in the dim glow of my headlights. The air itself seemed to pulse with a malevolent energy, and a feeling of being watched settled over me. Black Hollow revealed itself as a ghost town, frozen in time. Buildings with boarded-up windows loomed like silent sentinels, bearing witness to a forgotten era. The only signs of life were the flickering streetlights that cast a sickly pallor over the deserted streets. I parked the car in front of what seemed to be the only inn in town. The creaking sign above the entrance swung eerily, emitting a rusty squeal that echoed through the empty streets. A hesitant breath escaped my lips as I gathered the courage to step out into the chilling night. The inn's lobby greeted me with an unsettling silence. Dust-covered furniture lay scattered, frozen in the act of abandonment. An old grandfather clock in the corner ticked methodically, its echo amplifying the stillness that clung to the air. The innkeeper, a gaunt figure with hollow eyes, emerged from the shadows, casting a spectral aura. "Welcome to Black Hollow," he whispered, his voice laden with a weight I couldn't comprehend. "We don't get many visitors these days." His words hung in the air as he handed me an ancient key. I forced a nervous smile, attributing my unease to the weariness of the journey. As I climbed the creaking stairs to my room, the sense of being watched intensified. The floorboards groaned beneath my weight, protesting my intrusion into the town's long-held secrets. In my room, the flickering bedside lamp cast erratic shadows on the peeling wallpaper. I tried to shake off the unease, convincing myself that exhaustion played tricks on the mind. Yet, as I lay in the dim light, a soft whispering emanated from the corners of the room, unintelligible words that sent shivers down my spine. Unable to shake the feeling of unease, I decided to explore the town in search of answers. The innkeeper's warning echoed in my mind as I ventured into the moonlit streets. The shadows seemed to come alive, dancing and contorting, echoing the as if concealing a hidden truth. A distant melody reached my ears, a haunting tune that echoed through the silence. Following the sound, I stumbled upon an old chapel, its doors ajar. The flickering candlelight within revealed a congregation of shadowy figures, their faces obscured by hooded robes. My heart pounded as I witnessed a ritual unfolding before me. In the center of the room, a figure lay on an altar, surrounded by symbols etched in blood. The air grew thick with a malevolent energy as the figures chanted in a language I could not comprehend. I recoiled in horror, realizing I had stumbled upon a darkness far beyond my understanding. As I turned to flee, the hooded figures ceased their chanting, their hollow eyes locking onto mine. The shadows seemed to stretch and contort, reaching out with spectral hands that gripped at my very soul. Terrified, I sprinted through the deserted streets, the ominous whispers growing louder with each step. The town itself seemed to shift, closing in on me as if unwilling to release its newfound prey. I reached the outskirts, the fog closing in, obscuring the path ahead. In the distance, the innkeeper stood, his gaunt figure a silhouette against the moonlit fog. "You were never meant to leave," he murmured, his voice carried by the chilling wind. Desperation fueled my escape as I raced back to my car. The once familiar road now felt like a labyrinth, twisting and turning in on itself. The shadows pursued me, their spectral fingers clawing at my sanity. The gas gauge dipped to empty, and the engine sputtered, threatening to succumb to the encroaching darkness. With a final surge of adrenaline, I coasted to a stop at the town's edge. The spectral hands recoiled, unable to breach the boundary. I stumbled out of the car, gasping for breath as the fog dissipated, revealing the desolate stretch of road I had initially traversed. As I stood on the precipice between the town and the unknown, a sense of dread lingered. Black Hollow, a town frozen in time, held secrets that transcended the boundaries of reality. The echoes of the haunting melody and the whispers of the hooded figures would forever haunt my dreams, a reminder of the night I ventured into the abyss and narrowly escaped its grasp. Well, we have reached the end of the story. I hope you liked it, and do not forget to subscribe.